Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Alex Tam Talk Show, right? Where me and Ann gets to fire me some questions. I get to answer them because as a young age, I guess I was known for talking a lot. But here we go. There's a lot of people asking questions, especially after the Closers Club from Jake and Gino about properties, people reaching out to us who wants to invest with us. It's really amazing how one event can make some drastic changes. My phone and Messenger and on email was just blowing up. So, Ann, what do we got for our audience today?
Okay, Doc. So today we are going to have them. Are you going just to give some tips, like a 5 tips of investing or buying properties? So tips that never let you down for a decade. So let's start.
Well, so the first tip I would say when we are looking at properties is you have to, people always talk about the property as location, location, location. That's like number one, right? Because if you bought a property, even it's the best property in the world, great looking A-class property, brand new build, but it's in a D location, what some people will call it war zone, then it doesn't matter how good the property is because the location is terrible. It's not like it's in the direction of progress or path of progress. It's in a bad part of town, right? I've heard of people who bought buildings, wonderful, good looking buildings. And when they got there at night, they realized there were drug deals happening. There was prostitutions happening. People were selling and dealing drugs out of their car. Well, you're going to put a Class A property in that location, but no one wants to be there, right? So you got to find places that people want to be. Be in the area where people want to go. How do you know? Well, one example is you look at where's the good shopping centers at, right? Where's the Whole Foods? Where's the Costco's? Where people are actually going to? Some of the best restaurants, right? Upscale restaurants. It depends on what you're looking for. I would much rather buy a B or C class property in an A class location than a class property in a C or D class location. So, hey, location, location, location. That is going to be the key, right? What else do we have? I mean, there's other things as well. You got how you invest. You have to look at as an investor. If you're looking as an investor, what is your purpose of investing? Now, Ann, what are some people saying what are some reasons that people invest? What do you think, Ann? If you were to invest, what would it be? Why would you invest?
Because I want to be rich.
Because you want to be rich, right?
That's right, Doc.
There's people that invest that want to be rich. They want to scale what they're doing. They want to have cash flow, right? So people invest for cash flow. That's another tip. If you're buying a property, now it's different. There's really a couple types of property when you buy it. One that's already stabilized and you have steady cash flow from the beginning, right? And you're buying a property because you love the property, you love the location, it's going to appreciate, it's cash flowing from day one. You don't have to do much with it. That's one way. Another type of property is something that requires a little bit more of renovation, some heavy lifting, and that type of property might not cash flow day one. It might cash flow 3, 6 months, 12 months down the line. But when you hit those numbers and when it cash flows, boom, there's a lot of value add. Different cycles call for different things. Right now, we're in the value add space. There's properties that we are purchasing where it needs a value add, which is okay. Investors need to understand that we're in it for the long haul on this property, and we're going to explain it as if, hey, we're keeping it long term, right? For example, there's a property right now that we're working on where the first year you're not getting much cash flow, but boom, the cash flow starts taking off once we stabilize the area stabilize the building, and then cash flow starts coming. And we're going to refinance in year 5, and it's about 60 to 90% of the money back. If we hit our higher goal, our stretch goal, you're getting 100% of the money back that you initially invest in, and then boom, you now is what they call infinite returns. Why do we call it infinite returns? And it's because the money that you initially put in, you already pulled out, and now the building is just cash flow. It's amazing, right? What else do people have to consider? What do you think? What else? What is the top things that people have to consider? We got 5 things for them. What's the next one?
Based for me, Doc, I think opportunities. I think if I were me, buy a property, I would always consider the opportunity around the area. If I could put some business on it, also like a small business, like a restaurant, maybe that's top of my mind.
Hey, maybe. And some properties that we acquire, we are able to have business on the inside because we look at the income opportunities, right? How do you drive the net operating income? There is RUBS that we can charge, which is for utilities. We could charge for water. Some of them come with storage, right? That people are not utilizing. And some people have pets, right? And do you have a pet?
I do have a dog.
You
And the
do have a
funny
dog?
thing, yes, Doc, I have a dog, and his name is Mushi. It's a Japanese
Mushy.
one, but yeah,
Wow. Is it how big's your dog? Is it a big dog, small dog, medium size?
it's a big dog. It's a big dog.
It's a big dog. See, I have a big dog too. I have a Labrador Retriever named Cooper, right? Now, with a dog on a property, sometimes you're going to get some extra wear and tear, right? They're going to sometimes, maybe chew off something off the wall that you don't know about. There'll be scratching all over the floors. So we get to charge a pet fee. You see, that's another way to bring in income. Sometimes we thought about putting vending machines, right? There is a move-in fee, application fees, background checks, you see. And so these are things that, in general, needs to be taken care of. And also, it's going to drive up income as well. Some places even have garbage fees where, you know what, if you don't want to take the garbage can, you can leave it outside your door, and there's be a fee. It's a few dollars every month where someone's going to come by and pick up your garbage for you. So there's multiple things that we are able to provide a service, and the service is based off of the convenience, right? And if you're going to pay for a service, or if we're going to offer a service that people want, and we're charging a fair price and value, creating value in people's lives, saving them time, right? Well, it's going to be a win-win situation.